One of the most successful and most respected actors in the history of movies is Robert Downey Jr. But as is the case with so many actors, there's probably a lot you didn't know about Robert's early life and career. Welcome to Trending 10, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you probably didn't know about Robert Downey Jr. Ready? Let's go ahead and get started. Did you know that Robert Downey Jr. almost starred in the classic John Hughes film Pretty in Pink? According to Jon Cryer, who played Ducky in the movie, Robert Downey Jr. was almost cast in his role. In fact, if RDJ had been cast as Ducky, the movie would have ended very differently. The ending of the movie was still being discussed during the casting process, and Molly Ringwald, star of Pretty in Pink, liked both RDJ and Jon Cryer, but saw the movie ending differently depending on who was cast. Eventually, Jon Cryer was cast as Ducky, but RDJ was very close to getting the role and the classic movie would have ended very differently. Did you know that Robert Downey Jr. got his breakout from Saturday Night Live? Well, kind of. In 1985, he joined the SNL comedy sketch team, but he wasn't very well received. In fact, he was fired just a year later due to bad ratings, and it wasn't until 2 years later that his career really picked up again when he starred in the movie The Pickup Artist, directed by James Toback. As you'd probably expect from an actor like RDJ, he's had plenty of experience with awards and nominations. His first ever nomination was in 1992 when he was nominated for the Oscar for Best Actor for his portrayal of Charlie Chaplin in Richard Attenborough's biopic, Chaplin. His performance in this movie was critically acclaimed, as he was also nominated for the BAFTA Award for Best Actor, which he won by the way, and the Golden Globe for Best Actor, which he unfortunately lost to Al Pacino. He also managed to be nominated for the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in Tropic Thunder, which is incredibly impressive, as it's not every day that a comedy performance gets recognized for an Oscar. Robert also kept much of the clothing he wore for Chaplin to remember the role that meant so much for his career. Robert Downey Jr. started acting when he was only 5 years old, when he played a puppy in the movie Pound, which was directed by his father, Robert Downey Sr., who was an underground writer, actor, and director. In fact, Jr. frequently starred in his dad's old movies. RDJ has some very interesting hobbies.
Everybody needs a hobby.
He's an active martial artist and devotes much of his free time to practicing in the art of Wing Chun. He's also a very talented singer and songwriter and released his first album, The Futurist, in 2004, on which he wrote all but 2 of the songs. One was a cover song of the classic rock band Yes, and the other was a cover of a Charlie Chaplin song. RDJ also apparently makes a mean tuna melt, as he cites them as his hangover cure when he was going through his drug problems.
The Futurist, gentlemen! The Futurist is here!
Robert Downey Jr. is the highest paid actor in the history of Hollywood, making an average $80 million salary. He made $40 million from Captain America Civil War alone in 2016. In fact, RDJ's $80 million paycheck is the single highest ever, and the second highest isn't even close at $50 million held by Jackie Chan. Robert Downey Jr. grew up in many different places, including London, Vermont, Woodstock, New York, and Santa Monica. When he was only 11, he studied ballet in London at the Perry House School. He also attended the Stage Door Manor Performing Arts Training Center in New York, and continued studying theater at Santa Monica High School. But he dropped out at the age of 17 to pursue his acting career. Don't worry though, he received his GED in 2000. And overall, I'd say he probably made the right decision. Many know about RDJ's long history with drugs, but in fact, his situation was much worse than many people realize. He first smoked weed at the age of 8 after being given a joint by his own father. His addictions happened to get worse and worse while he was working on the 1987 film Less Than Zero. He had been struggling with drugs before, but according to RDJ, it was this film that really triggered his needs to get worse. He stated in an interview that before Less Than Zero, he would sometimes show up to work high or hungover, but nothing too extreme. But once the new project started, he was constantly wasted on set. And RDJ has even gone as far as to call himself a junkie faggot. His words, not ours. He even once broke into his neighbor's house thinking it was his own and fell asleep in their bed. After finishing up Less Than Zero, RDJ buried the clothes he wore on set in his backyard as a symbol of starting his career and his life over anew. Robert Downey Jr. has quite the history with love. He actually had a long-lasting relationship with Sarah Jessica Parker, another successful actor. After meeting on the set of Firstborn in 1984, the two started dating and they even lived together for about 8 years. According to a 2008 interview with Parade magazine, RDJ's drug problems were to blame for their breakup. He said that he was constantly drinking and drugging up, which Sarah was apparently not a fan of at all, as it was the furthest thing from what she was, according to Robert. He was also married to Deborah Falconer, a musician and former actress from 1992 to 2004. After their divorce, Robert met Susan Downey, his current wife, on the set of the movie Gothica in 2005, and they were married later that year. Robert Downey Jr. believes that he was born to play the role of Tony Stark in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as he and the hero share a lot of common features. The first Iron Man movie was also the first time Robert screen tested since his 1992 performance in Chaplin. RDJ has stated on multiple occasions that it was his destiny that he would play Iron Man, and so far RDJ has taken home 3 People's Choice Awards, all for his work as Tony Stark. On the set of the first Iron Man movie, Robert became close friends with Iron Man director Jon Favreau. Jon even cast Robert in his critically acclaimed 2014 film Chef, but claimed that his buddy is a lousy cook. But alright guys, that's it for our list of 10 things you probably didn't know about Hollywood superstar Robert Downey Jr. Got any other RDJ facts? Be sure to let us know down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more great content. But alright, that's going to be it for this one guys. Thanks so much for watching Trending 10, your guide to what's viral right now.